Welcome to SMR Bitesize. Thought for Thursday coming right up. But before that, if you like what we're doing, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe to the channel. Like many of us, we at SMR hope that the BBC, Sky, ITV, Channel 5 and all the other media outlets can get back to focusing on what really matters. Leave Hugh Edwards and his family in peace and focus on reporting the news. News, by the way, in our view, is a significant development that affects a large number of people, and not kowtowing to the gutter press in order to aid and abet them in their quest to destroy as many organisations and, sadly, people as possible. Our thoughts at SMR are very much with Hugh and his family. But to quote Holly Willoughby, are you okay? I hope so. But this Thursday, I also hope you're a little bit angry. Angry at injustice. It's everywhere. Whether that be the sick obsession of red-top newspapers to print whatever the hell they like, seemingly with impunity, the treatment of refugees and asylum seekers by this corrupt government, or the fact that anyone in the UK in 2023, in full or even part-time employment, has to suffer the shame and humiliation of going to a food bank simply to feed their kids. So today's message is, again, relatively simple and straightforward. In fact, we could have held it over till next Tuesday because, effectively, it's another action point. Something you can do. And it's this. Find at least one cause that blows your hair back, floats your boat, puts fire in your belly, and campaign for it with all your might, but humility, without drawing any attention to yourself. It's important that we know about what's going on around us in the world, as depressing as it can be sometimes, and we have to accept that we can't devote ourselves wholeheartedly to every social, political, cultural, environmental injustice out there. But my challenge for you today is this. If you haven't picked one cause to fight for, then really, what the hell of any consequence are you doing with your life? For me and many of you, I know, it's putting right the disaster of Brexit and the many peripheral issues that raises, such as the rights of refugees, asylum seekers, or even, sadly, EU citizens living in the UK, feeling estranged from the place they made home. Or maybe, like Fergal Sharkey, clean water's your thing. And I don't just mean the quality of the water itself. As we've learned only this week, most of the companies in charge of UK water need the mother of all enemas. Or maybe, like our guest on this week's show, Liz Webster, you want to have the backs of our great British farmers, food standards and animal welfare. Or maybe it's our electoral system, first past the post, that puts you in a really bad mood. After all, why wouldn't you want each vote to matter equally? Matter at all? Or maybe it's the way we prepare our young people to be citizens of the country they live in. And I don't mean grow up to be people watching it happen to them, sitting back and just saying, what can I do? I mean active participants in shaping the way things are. Or maybe, like Mike Galsworthy, it's the UK's standing in the global science community that really gets you going. Or perhaps, like Glenn Matlock, Mick Hucknall or composer Howard Goodall, it's the opportunities that Brexit has cut short for fledgling bands and artists trying to make it in Europe. This week has once again exposed to broad daylight what an obnoxious, hypocritical, moral vacuum the Sun newspaper truly is. Perhaps, like Hugh Grant, your goal is to sock it good and proper to our appalling media, the gutter press deserving special mention here. You probably don't need me to tell you any of this, but it's quite possible you know someone who does. So, if like me, you know someone with skills and talents to die for who's currently letting them go to waste, give them a nudge and help them find something like you have, truly worth fighting for. If you enjoyed this video, visit 16millionrising.co.uk, where you can listen to this week's full radio show for free, support us with a donation, buy us a coffee, or subscribe as an early riser. Back tomorrow. March on!